Final thoughts before we wrap it up on our Tuesday edition here at the All America Podcast. I was looking at the division races, Big Ten West and the ACC Coastal. They both look just like this giant jumble where teams like Nebraska and Georgia Tech, who have fired their coaches because they were playing so poorly, are still in the race. Which race do you think is crazier? The Big Ten West, where we've got a three-way tie for first between Illinois, Purdue, and, yes, Nebraska. And then the ACC Coastal, where North Carolina is on top at 2-0, and then you've got three teams. Georgia Tech, Duke, and Pitt, all with one loss. Sort out those messes for me.
No, I mean, like you Slack messaged me the other day and said, you have Georgia Tech in a bowl. I was like, yeah. Yeah, they're 3-3, and they probably can get to 6. Their schedule's a little rough, but in that division, why not? So I think that said, the ACC Coastal to me is North Carolina's to lose. I think they're the best team in that division. I think they have the best quarterback, the best offense. They played Duke this week.
I was going to ask you, if you had to make a guess, who's the betting favorite in each? Who's the betting favorite in the ACC?
Well, they don't have to play Clemson.
Because I checked it just before. Who's the Coastal favorite right now?
Right now?
Yes.
Probably
betting
North Carolina.
Favorite. It is North Carolina.
Yeah.
Now, who do you think the betting favorite is in the Big Ten West?
Oh, that's
that's a tougher question.
Minnesota?
Yes.
Yeah, just because of the crossover games. Like Illinois still has to play Michigan. It's so when you follow the Big Ten, it's so, and every Big Ten fan does it, that when they look at the West, they look at the crossover games to see how many of like Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan they have to play. Because it's like a handicap in golf. Like that's like, oh, we lost a stroke there and we're going to lose a stroke there. Well, and that's the thing. 6 teams in the Big Ten West are 500 or better. They're all bowl teams. I can't believe when you do those bowl projections every Sunday, I kind of have my routine and I just chuckled. I was like, I have Nebraska and Georgia Tech in bowl games and I don't feel bad about it. Like I don't have Michigan State in one though. And that's the other crazy part is they still have to play Wisconsin, Michigan, Penn State. And they've lost 4 times. They could lose easily to Wisconsin this weekend, but we'll get into that tomorrow. So I do think it's the Big Ten West because Brett Bielema in Indianapolis is crazier to me than Mac Brown in Charlotte. Now, if Georgia Tech somehow won that division and Nebraska won the Big Ten West, we can have a full conversation about what, there's 3 letters that you text to people sometimes that I'd be asking that question.
The year of the interim coach.
Right. That's crazy.